What decided to do, Lou? Are they going to play the tick over, or are they just going to try and come to the...
I think they're trying to just move it.
Come there, eh?
Well, it's all riding here for Robert Campbell. His skins game. Still lots of money to be won, but he cannot win this game. Remember, it's money that determines who moves on, and he needs the money right here. Robert Campbell, final stone, 7th. Force the carryover or pick up the $2,100. He needs it. The 2 marks now. On, off. Little tick, move that stone, get there, get it, force the carryover, hold on. Look, have a look. Did he force the carryover? No. It's a steal of the $2,100 for Wayne Middaugh, and that will be it.
Dives that we're hoping for.
Wayne Middaugh will move on. He'll win this semifinal, but there's still lots more money to play for. But Wayne Middaugh, the defending McCain TSN Skins champion, is showing his championship form here. Well, part of the Roberta Bondar Pavilion down on the St. Mary's River is the museum ship Norgoma, originally used to transport cargo. On the North Channel, it is now a museum open to the public here in Sault Ste. Marie. From the internet, from Balder, Manitoba, from Heidi Kasterkoff, who wants to know who is the all-time money-winning leader in skins competition. Now, Ed Wernick at $202,000, and you can see 4th place belongs to Mark Dacey at $32,250. And for you, Ray Turnbull, where is Balder, Manitoba?
It's in Manitoba.
Get the map.
Okay.
You're not going to start that this year.
Well, it's Wayne Middaugh. $10,400. And while we're away, you were suggesting, and with all respect, do you think that
I'm thinking I can't hurt anything.
Robert Campbell was afraid of that one turn? That come around draw?
Oh, I think the way that Wayne Stone, at one time it looked like it was going to stay out, and it just all of a sudden went sideways. I think that he was really afraid to play the in-turn draw, because how far out you go, and then you get out a little further, it stays there. You could have maybe drawn with the out turn, but he didn't have a lot of room with that either. So I don't know. I mean, it's one of the 6 of 1. I think the shot he tried was a very difficult shot as well, because they weren't sure how much it would break there. He might have had a better chance to try and chip the rock, his own rock, over. You wouldn't get the 2, probably, maybe, Linda. You could, but you may not get the 2, but you might have, you know, I mean, second guessing is easy. I mean, it's easy for...
Mine's good.
And as I mentioned before, Wayne threw his. If he hadn't put it in the perfect spot, that chip over would have been much easier. If the yellow rock had been deeper in the house. And obviously, if it wasn't in for shot, it would have made a difference. So just a key shot by Wayne.
Leads all important, of course, and pretty good game for both Scott Bailey and Mark Butler. Playing for $2,100 here in this 8th end of play.
It's not bad.
Still have $7,600 available in the final 3 ends.
Whoa. Oh, pistol. Great shot.
Well, remembering that they couldn't remove that rock from play, that black rock completely from play, that's a lovely shot.
That's right. You can almost forget about the free guard zone situation, Linda, when you're playing the skins, but that is a great shot.
Once again, Campbell. Oh.
Heavy.
Mark Butler finds his feet. Once again, Campbell does have the hammer here. He might want to just get rid of it. Hasn't done him much good, but he'll need to score the 2 to pick up the skin.
Right up. Oh.
Okay. Through Dr. Wen.
Go here. Yeah, hit and roll. What do you like? Right in.
He's got the front set up.
I talked about the hit, which would be a defensive mode, but they've gone to the offense.
Now they can see the Christmas money. Now they're after the money. They've got a lot of it right now, 10,400, but they know they got the game. They're moving on, so they're really going to play for the money now. In this situation, they have to steal. And this guy, game after game after game, he makes these kind of shots.
Wow.
It's just He's just a great player.
Oh, wait.
Line.
Yeah.
Ian Tetley. Wow. Mark O'Rourke.
Line.
Days you can't buy one, eh?
How long?
Like that? What? You just, okay, whatever. Just want to guard, fine. What? Yeah, I think you got it. I think you can get this.
330.
He's going to try and tap them back.
You just got to move it to the top 8. All you got to do is touch the 8 with this one. Same way you just threw.
Well, the reason they like this shot
Just on
is it
tee.
can actually get another rock into the house and set up 2 guards. He can actually rearrange these much to their benefit. If they just played another guard or
Yeah.
come around, it wouldn't be in the perfect position. And you said it, Ray, they're going for the cash. They want these in the perfect position to take this skin.
Come on! Come on! Harder! Harder! Come on! Right up!
He's a little light, I think.
Well then, well, just light.
Or guard it.
Yeah,
Or
just,
guard's fine.
just light.
And that's the kind of day you're having when you're playing well anyways and you miss a shot. It's not such a bad miss. Plan B.
Line.
Out turn, run back.
Okay.
Okay.
Got one and left shot stone open.
Like this.
Can't get a break.
Split.
Yep.
Just going to split them.
Graham
Just the
McCarroll.
weight.
Well, Room.
No, just the weight. Line's not bad. Not yet. No. No. Let's try.
Whoa.
That's fine.
Yep.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No. Just the shooter. Oh, just the shooter. That's fine.
Good job. He got a half covered with it. I've never seen anybody in the hack ready to throw faster than Graham McCarroll. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Saves a lot of time on the time clock when you can do it. If you can prepare yourself well enough in that short time.
But it makes it really tough on the telestrator.
Forward leg.
Peter Gallant.
Line. Go. Go. Yep. Well.
Trying to line them up a little bit on the side there. Always thinking ahead, looking at ways of positioning rocks so eventually those black ones could be moved into better
Right to
position.
here.
Okay.
Top 4.
Just a quick look at the numbers.
Well, they're playing the tap that Ian Tetley tried. They've taken the same ice, and Graham McCarroll's been asked to throw more weight. This one's really starting to move big time as well.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Hard.
Whoa. Yeah, Scotty.
Whoa. Coming in the open.
That's what I was talking about earlier. The shooter rolls over to the left of center. The other yellow guard stays in position. And, of course, you get the second
See that
stone
much
into
here?
the scoring area, the
Huh?
4-foot
I can
area
see
in this
that much.
case.
Oh, here?
You know, of course, Linda, I would have drawn that for you on the telestrator if it hadn't been
Back
Graham.
That's right. You would have had time to show us those angles.
If you believe that, I have a little bridge for you.
Well, you know why he plays so quickly, because he's seen you telestrate.
You can see half of this stone now.
Easy. Whoop.
How's the weight?
Good. Whoop.
Oh, then.
Whoop. Good.
Hard! 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 Hurry! Hard!
They lost it. They thought they had enough room to get by, and it just took off. You know, Peter puts lots of rotation on his stone. We could see his release very clearly. He threw it nicely out to the broom with good rotation, and they still couldn't handle it. They couldn't keep it out there.
Guard.
It's frustrating when you just, those little things are happening, and it really is what drives you crazy about this game.
Yeah, this is a
As long as we take away the inside edge.
one game. Move on, go home. I mean, it's not like a Bonspiel or a championship where you have
Mine's good.
the round robin to get through.
How's the weight?
Maybe you can survive the loss. The loss here doesn't get you anything.
Line's fine.
Oh, it's got to move.
Whoa, line's fine.
What's more painful, I think, is the
Line's
fact that you're
fine.
throwing away money.
Line's fine. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That would drive you insane.
Well, you know,
Those little,
Mr. Short Arms.
those little Smith hands of yours, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not much choice. You had that angle raised for your last one over there.
Robert Campbell's come very close on some of his shots, and he's just got caught in patches of ice that he hasn't figured out as well. He's got another very tough situation here.
What?
From the sound of him sliding down, it's got a steel
You don't make
slider.
that now, you
Right,
have a
you
shot,
think?
man.
Robert? Sounds like it, doesn't it?
Back. Get off the 4 foot. Might
Yep.
lucky to both. Yep. What you think? You don't make the port now, we don't have a shot. To the left, Peter. Yeah, it is. I meant to say that to him.
There is a possible raise for Robert on the other side of the house, but he says if I don't get something opened up here and leave myself a shot, I'm not going to have a shot if I miss that raise.
Hard! Hard!
Come on.
It's really closed up on him.
Yeah, that's the worst thing he could have done.
He's playing this.
Well, I know. All day, but
All day.
all day. You got to leave it all day.
All day.
This is the one he's, whoops. what
Because he can get to the inside of this, you
This
figure,
is the
right?
one here where they're talking about he's got this. We'll leave it for
What's
him.
that?
He can come down and hit this.
He's playing that almost no matter what.
Yeah, no matter
Probably
what.
draw it there.
If you
Onto
come
there.
around and just tap this here, it's pretty good.
Yeah, makes that shot a lot tougher.
So what they're going
You
to
want
do
here?
is come around here. Just tap this back
How slow is
Give you
it?
a tap it on the nose isn't bad.
or on the nose
I'll give you some handle so we can keep it out there, even if I high side the hair.
and make this shot
High
here
side it to the button.
more difficult.
A second slower. I think if I give you some handle, you might be able to hold it a little better.
He's trying to change up the angles, and you can hear Wayne talking about putting that extra rotation on the stone on purpose. There's the bit of the spin to make sure they can hold it out there before it makes its big break. They also said it's a little slower out there. You have to give it a little extra weight.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Coming down. Wait. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa.
whoa. Yep, yep, yep. Hard, hard. Hurry, hard. That's good.
Straight back, and he catches a piece of the fork. So that makes that double bump now coming up that much tougher.
But for the viewers that don't play a lot or don't,
Yeah.
that's really an interesting point. And Linda pointed it out that he put more rotation on the handle so they could then hold it. And you could see him very deliberately as he released
I
it.
think it's going over the top.
Give it the extra rotation, and it held all the way down a little bit. They lost it at the very
not
end.
enough separation, I don't think, Peter. I throw pretty good weight, too.
How much can you see of that, Mark?
They're looking at the triple at the moment.
Close. You play the straight raise.
You gotta get to here, though. Just got to get off that off the forefoot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Second timeout now being used by Robert Campbell and his team from Charlottetown.
You don't want to hit what you can see though. You got
This is the shot that Wayne was talking about. This one here, hitting this one here and trying to push this stone here or here.
It's got to be thin one way or the other.
Now he's got to get it to the button.
How much curl are you going to get? How much curl are you going to get smoking it out here?
Well, you don't need any curl. You gotta hit less than you can see.
Yeah.
So you'd rather straight raise the buck.
I like this.
Just give it a whirl.
Quarter. Okay. With peel.
Yep. Yep.
He's talking about the peel. Just wait till he moves out of the way here. Peel weight. Putting this onto this, as I mentioned, over here.
No, that's what you
And just quickly, he did for a moment talk about raising that straight back to the button. No, let's play the peel weight.
And they did say they can see lots of the stone because they just want to catch a corner of it.
$2,100 is the skin here. He can't win the game, but he can go home with a few dollars.
Right off.
No. It'll be another steal of $2,100 for Wayne Middaugh. He's racking up the dollars here in this opening semifinal. Robert Campbell sitting at $1,500. He won the first skin and nothing since. The St. Mary's River between the two Saults, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, linking Lake Huron, Lake Superior, from the site of the 1996 McCain TSN Skins Game. Boy, $2,500, $12,500, $1,500. Robert Campbell frustrated, disappointed with the way he's played, as he said to somebody just now. It's been downhill ever since that first skin. From Tom Cook from Amherst, Nova Scotia. The teams today are using different brooms. Which one do you think is the most effective and why?
Well, it's a great question because today's sweeping has a lot to do with this game. The ice is swinging and they're holding it. It's really hard to say what's the best broom, but if we look at the ones that are being used out here, Ray, there's a lot of synthetics being used.
It's kind of interesting. I think we kind of agree the fact that if the ice is very frosty, the hog hair or horsehair brush maybe gets into the pebble a little bit more, but I think that the synthetics maybe with the pressure, that little extra pressure on the ice surface, that maybe under this kind of a surface, maybe the synthetic are a little bit more effective.
It's whatever you can use to get lots of pressure on the brush head and get the motion back and forth to polish the pebble. That's the frozen water droplets. And you'll see the sweepers are on either side of the stones because the closer you can get to each other and to the stone, the better that it works. So really it's up to you, and I really suggest for people that play the game to try a few different brooms and see what you like and see what you think you can use the best.
Stay there. Stay there. Yep. Come on. Right up. Come on, Peter. Wait, Mark.
And coming up tomorrow, NFL primetime Sunday night, the Vikings and Lions from the Silver Dome. Minnesota and Detroit.
Whoa for line. Whoa.
Should be a very interesting game.
No line.
Detroit 5-8, but 1-6 on the road and 4-2 at home, so a little bit better at home. Vikings need the game for a playoff. They're at 7-6, so they're probably going to play well, but you never do know what Vikings team's going to show up.
No, of course, and the quarterback is.
We're going to start testing you now.
Never any. That's the most staged answer I've ever.
I didn't know that was going up. Last year, Vic fell off his chair when I talked about football. A Detroit coach, Wayne Founts, he's in a bit of trouble.
Yeah,
he needs to win.
Warren Moon, of course, quarterback in Minnesota.
The Vikings.
Yeah.
Johnson, isn't Johnson the quarterback there? I think Brad Johnson is the quarterback. Ornwood is healthy again, but I don't know if they're going to start him or not.
Oh.
Just in case you're wondering.
That's a very key point, too.
Let's get back to this game here.
That? Ian Tetley playing for $2,500 here in a ninth end.
That's what you really have to keep in mind if you're the Robert Campbell team. You're not going to be making it to Sunday, but lots and lots of cash.
Still $5,500 here.
Exactly.
No, not yet.
So they
Not yet. Yep.
could go home with $7,000 if they take the final 2 skins.
Oh, leave it short. Leave it short. No, let's take it. Let's take it. Okay.
It's not really short.
They're going to play the hit. If you think back to that very first X, that first skin that Campbell took, remember it was on a very wide open end.
Yeah.
Robert made a great hit and roll with his first one and got the skin. Since then, with the cluttered up ends and the difficult ice conditions, it's been tough. Robert just hasn't quite had the right angles on the rocks. So he's gone back to a little bit more open end.
Board.
Well, you're right, and he really hasn't had any luck with some of the angles and some of the more difficult shots or trickier shots. So maybe he feels if he can get a carryover and maybe even carry over the next end, then you can go to a shootout for the dough, and maybe my chances are better. Wayne, he outdrew Wayne in the shootout to see who had last rock or not. So.
Okay. That does it.
And then the opponent does that.
Gets the roll
For
and
it.
I tell you what, and you know what? Mark Butler, the lead for Campbell, just coming down the ice, seeing that and shaking his head. You're not, you can't make them, and they're making everything.
Well, I mean, they're playing Scrooge. I mean, it's
That's right.
Christmas festive season.
Yeah. It's a $1,500 lump of coal right now, all that Campbell has.
Give us a little money to take home.
Lane. Wait. Wait only. No line. No line yet. Right up. Come on. Come on, right up. Every step. Right up. Right up. Okay, Mark. Here.
Quickly out of the hack, Graham McCarroll, who earlier wasn't feeling very well. They took a 3-minute medical timeout.
Just for weight.
I hate to see him play when he's really healthy.
Yeah. Well, he has the color back in his face, and it's
Top of the button. Right here.
color of green with all the money.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Yeah, well,
you're
too easy.
You're so quick.
No.
I hate it when you're happy.
He's been taking it a little easy with the sweeping, which was a good idea, I'm sure, and he's let the front end do a lot of that powerful sweeping.
Too deep, though. It gives Robert a chance to get in now. This is the time you have to get in, right now. Make the good shot.
Straight draw.
Straight draw.
For Peter Gallant.
Lane. Yep.
This is really a tremendous show. McCain, the McCain people just do a phenomenal job of setting us up, and now with the length of time they've been involved, where there's a pageantry involved.
Lane, wait. Whoa.
The colors, I think, are fantastic, so it really is to take our hats off to McCain, who really have added a big event to the game of curling, and these are the kind of things that the game needs. So.
Just go here, I think.
Okay.
Line's good. Oh.
Just playing to the top of the
Line's
forefoot,
good.
top of the button. They don't want to bring it down to the other rocks. They want to try and bury this and leave it in a position where it has to be tapped in order for the opponent to have shot rock.
Right
Sit
there.
down.
Right on it.
Crow teeth.
It's going to be a little deep.
Crow teeth.
Okay.
That back four of my hip.
Well, they enjoy the curling here in Sault Ste. Marie, and I would suggest to you this is the best attended McCain TSN Skins game so far, as they have bleachers on both sides of the sheet.
You want to move it?
It's not bad if you flop a bit.
Okay. What we need, back ring?
Yeah.
There you are. Going to try and move it with back ring.
Lane. Whoa.
Oh, that worked. Anytime.
No, no, Mark, no.
I've had that happen a couple of times. Just that little bit extra weight. They're not sure about how much less ice to give.
Middle.
Gee, the thing just tracked down there, right?
Well, there's no less anyway. It's kind of like my hack wage.
Wasn't any more than back line, I wouldn't think. Just moved it.
Moved sideways and sludgier in here than it is in here.
Skip Stones. Linda, we know that when things go poorly, they can sort of compound and grow on you. But is there a...
Mine's good.
You think that, in fact, it is Middaugh's experience, maybe playing this kind of ice surface more, coming from Ontario? Because I know people suggest, some curlers would just say this is Ontario kind of ice. Do you think that, in fact, this is an advantage to him?
Well, it may be partly that, but it also may be partly style of play. We know Wayne plays a fairly aggressive game and is used to positioning the stones and playing a lot of quiet shots. It looks so far that Robert was more comfortable with the more open style end. And maybe that's partly to do with the ice. You're right, Vic, but as Ray was saying earlier, sometimes it's just you're not as used to that aggressive style and the playing of the rocks and the whole skins format. He certainly has had some bad breaks, so Robert's been very close in some shots, and who's to know why the one hangs out and the other curls?
He's got a chance here, though, Linda. That you heard.
Like ball on the nose?
That rock actually lost its handle too. Hit it on the nose, make the double. Trying the double. Hit this right on the nose here. Getting rid of that one.
He'd leave himself lying 3. Needing 2 for the skin. $2,500.
Easy.
Off.
Out there a bit, Mark.
Lane.
Whoa. Off. Right off.
Hey there.
Off!
Off is right. He's got a curl. Lovely shot.
All around it. He needs 2 for the skin, and he's lying 3. And the crowd appreciating the shot for Campbell, who's had his problems so far.
What's that? Talk about that.
Pardon me?
Here? Yeah. Just like back ring weight to hack. Like nothing. All of a sudden it's running straight. Quarter of rock is all we got to hit. Going to the pile. Pretty thin to get shot.
Just trying to catch the corner and roll over towards the button.
Hurry! 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 Come on! Hurry! Whoa! Yep!
Got it by.
Yes!
Hit, roll in behind, sit for shot. I don't think so. Have a look.
Are you calling this one?
No, you're right. It is yellow. Shot is yellow. Shot stone is Middaugh.
They almost left it too long, Linda.
No, let's play off this one. Just try to move it, sit here.
They had to,
I don't think you can move far enough.
That much, yeah?
You can't.
Okay.
Nice shot, Wayne.
Yeah, it worked out pretty well that they got it enough
Yeah.
to sit in front of that black one. They thought it was going to over curl.
Yeah, I thought it was going to too.
She's that fudged up in the house. Fudged up in the house. Just stop for number 1, eh?
Yeah, that's all we got. A little more, Pete. More, Peter. No, more.
Stopped for number 1.
Well, there's your answer to who shot. When he said it fudged up, it looked like it was going to roll right out and not be shot, but it hit a little bit softer area of the ice and it just stopped. That's the reference to the fudge.
Cut line.
And I know all about fudge.
Cut line.
Needs full 4-foot.
Cut line. Got to work. T line.
It's just stayed out there.
Yeah, it is.
Lost
Look at
its
that.
turn even a little bit.
Going the other way. Yeah. No reason to smile. Reason to be terribly frustrated. It's been that kind of day for Robert Campbell. It's been that kind of day for Wayne Middaugh, the king of skins. My goodness, add more to it. $15,000, and we'll play for a final $3,000 skin when we come back. From that picture, you wouldn't know. One is won $15,000, the other one $1,500. It's Wayne Middaugh who has dominated this opening semifinal of the McCain TSN Skins Game. And from Will Penwell in Kingston, Ontario, what does the term skin mean? Well, to be very simple about it, it's a slang term for money. So that's what it's come to be known as. Got a couple skins for me. Got some bucks for me. And the man who leads the skins in terms of dollars and the number of skins won in 9 of 10 years, 9 of now 11 years appearing, Ed Wernick at 100. And he's won over $202,000.
Mine's good. Mine's good. That's good. Halfway. Halfway. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Lovely.
Well, they're going to try to come around with the out turn, sticking to the side of the ice. I feel they know a little bit better.
Yep.
Well, that percentage of steals against 2 points is certainly going to take a little swing today, isn't it?
Yeah, come on anyway. Yeah.
Look at this.
That bit?
We did have a message from Shorty Jenkins, the ice maker, one of the ice makers here, and he was talking about the problems they've had with the ice the latter half of the game anyways, with a lot of people leaving at the 5th end break. Ray, you mentioned it. A lot of warm air came into the building. The roof is structured such that it sort of forces the air down onto the ice, and so they're having trouble getting back the ice. They feel that they'll have it under control by this evening's game for sure, but a little bit of what happens here is the ice flattens out, the pebble doesn't stay up as high, the rocks don't ride it as well, and thus you get this motion, both the swing and the deadening as they stop.
And it is
Run that, Mark.
There's Shorty Jenkins, the ice maker.
And he works very hard.
No, it's professional pride on the line here. It is unseasonably unseasonably warm outside as well. Temperature right about freezing. It was snowing earlier today when we were out.
I'll try this way, Ted. Same as mine. Remember my tap?
It's going to be interesting to see how far out he goes here. Just to the edge of the 8-foot. A little outside, a couple inches into the 12-foot.
So the second question is, will he put that extra handle on, the extra rotation that Wayne used to make the great shot earlier?
Give it a bit of hand.
Yeah,
Give it a bit of hand. Just a hair.
There's the comment. Give it some more rotation.
Not a lot, just a bit more.
Talking in the past, it's what, usually 1.5, Linda?
Yep.
Turns down for a draw.
We say actually anywhere 1.5 to 3.
Okay.
And they're putting a little extra on top of that as well.
Whoa. Line's perfect. Line's perfect. Right here. Yep. Yep. Hurry. Whoa. Hurry. Great throw. Whoa.
And that's not an easy thing to do. We see people calling down, put a little extra handle on. That's an advanced skill, and it's just the extra tiny bit of rotation so that it doesn't make it go dead straight. It holds it long enough so that the swing is a little bit more natural.
And it's not affected by the ice surface as much. It maintains its throw the flat handle, then the ice surface really does affect it.
Up. Roll, Pete. Up.
All right.
So the bailing has started for Robert Campbell here. Finds himself way down, unable to win this game, but chance at taking home a $3,000 skin if he can get his 2 points.
Yep, hurry. Hurry, hard. Hard.
Come on.
Hurry, hard, 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 hard. Hurry, hard, 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 hard.
Well, they just dragged that over the hog line. Great sweeping.
Okay.
Now, should they not win this skin outright here in this 10th, we'll have a draw to the button for the $3,000.
Mark's chuckling a little bit, and some days that's all you can do. It was so close to being a great shot, taking 2 guards off. Instead, it missed the second guard and left the 2 black rocks up near the hog line.
Well, you're right end of it. It just
center line
curls a little less. You catch the back of the other one and you roll over further and you open it right up. But now it's closing quickly on you.
Whoa, whoa, where is it? Whoa! Oh. Whoa, no, 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 sit down. No, sit down. No, sit down.
Whoa.
Okay.
Who knows?
I think he's got to run the front again. Absolutely.
Firm, Peter.
No choice.
Yeah.
Firm.
Straight back.
Peter Gallant.
Up. 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 Okay.
Nice shot.
Opens it up. And Middaugh Stone sitting top 4.
4 feet. Line's good. Right here. Right here.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh,
Graham McCarroll with the Don Johnson look.
Just clean. Just clean it. Just clean. Just clean.
It's not easy to guard on this kind of ice either. It's curling so much at the end. It's hard to get the positioning of those guards. They want this one to stop.
Hey.
How much?
It's back 8.
Although the rock looks pretty well buried in the house, Peter can play this because it does curl so much at the end. He can get a little bit of movement after the guard, and he can certainly tap it back.
Back 8?
Yep.
Back 8 foot away. Just tap it back.
Yep.
Some consolation if you could just get this $3,000.
Hot? Oh, a little hot. Wow.
They've just struggled.
What's
Flat
on
out
this side?
struggled.
What's that?
No question.
He's got the raise. Hit this.
Frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't care if you
Or do you
peel
just
that
go
one.
here? What do you like?
I don't mind you peel the back.
Here? Okay.
You do? Okay.
Not really. but
The other
just
thing,
hit this thing.
you want to hit it?
You got to roll here though, or something.
Want to hit
You
it?
hit it on the nose, you're not happy.
What's that? No. If I nose it,
What?
he can.
Wow, is it that easy?
But he's got to put on the nail or he's done.
Do you try and block off the draw, or do you try and take away the hit and roll in?
Just peel it. Yeah.
Take away the opponent's second rock?
hit this
way do
and
you like?
roll
In
out.
turn?
They don't want to sit there. I'll just show you. If you happen to sit there, then you make his next shot easier. He'll come across and roll into this area here.
Yep.
So they're taking away the second possible point for Campbell,
Clean.
saying it's a tough come round he's got to make to get to shot rock.
Right here, right?
Give it a bit more, Pete.
Robert Campbell heading down
It's a
the
hair
ice.
sticky, right?
Barely gave a look back at Peter Gallant.
Well, they, they're disappointed. There's no question. I mean, anybody would be. They're here. They want. They're on national television. They want
Well, that was my.
to put on a good show, and they just struggled a little bit with the ice. And it's in conditions like this, I almost think it's easier to. I mean, the team that has to score the 2 points has to always be on that offense to get their 2 points. And when you're throwing first, you have the chance to kind of set the end a little bit by throwing that stone up. And sometimes when you're chasing the offense on conditions that are just a little trickier, sometimes it's more difficult. I find anyway.
That's perfect weight. It didn't curl as much as he thought, though.
If it comes over just a little bit more, it's angled onto that yellow one. You're never going to get out of there.
I tap him a foot great, but I weld right to him. He's got it awfully tough too. They would be. I got to move him to get shot. Foot. Yeah, this is a pretty good spot here.
You can see that Wayne Middaugh can break his record of monies won in a semifinal set last year if he picks up the $3,000 skin here in 10. Oh, Scott Bailey just slipped a little bit. Will that cost him? No. They get it by. That's just great curling.
Yeah, you don't have to say anything about it. I mean, they're putting on a great performance and great rushing too, by the way.
I was trying to put them right in a spot that was going to be tough.
That's pretty good there.
No?
Got to roll them out of there, right?
Yeah, I think you can.
Am I going to get the finish in here, you think?
No. Think we can throw a board at it?
Just. It's going to finish in there. That's going to straighten out. I mean, the peel, I kind of jammed back a bit, but I mean, should come in there somewhere.
You know, it's funny, Lindy, you look at that stone that Campbell worked so hard to get just across the hog line. It's sitting up on the outturned side. You know, if they wouldn't have gotten it across, they may have been able to come the other way, but now that stone is just sitting over the edge of the hog line. That hurts them.
Well, those were the ones earlier. They were trying to actually get rid of some guards and open things up, and they just couldn't get the right angles on rocks.
I don't know if you hit this on the outside, if it won't jam back on the black one.
The angle's going to be very tough. You're trying to jam it hard to spill it across the top. Very tough.
$3,000 skin. Carry it over. We'll draw to the button.
Off.
Yep.
No. Jammed it. And it's been all downhill. And he hangs his head. Another $3,000 and a record-setting $18,000 in this opening semifinal for Wayne Middaugh. the defending McCain TSN Skins champion. Quite the day for the leading money winner the last 2 years on the World Curling Tour. Robert Campbell in his first McCain TSN Skins game will go home with $1,500.
They had one at the right time.
This opening semifinal of the 96 McCain TSN Skins game dominated by the defending champion Wayne Middaugh as he wins $18,000 to $1,500. And Ray is with Wayne.
Wayne, first of all, congratulations. A tremendous performance. You really got it going, and it's a nice little pickup to get started. And now you're there on Sunday.
Yeah, we definitely got off to a bit of a slow start in the first end, but you know, once we sort of got a little comfortable out here and picked up the ice a little more, we felt pretty good.
You played a little Scrooge out there, didn't you? Didn't give away anything.
Well, the one skin early instead of the one skin late. I think that's just a bit of luck more than anything.
Let's talk a little bit about one of the things that we noticed and picked up on, and you talked about it clearly on the ice surface, was the fact that you needed to have solid rotation, and a couple times you deliberately put the extra rotation so you get the right action.
Yeah, oh, definitely. We found out real quick that if you had a dead handle, it was just going sideways coming into the rings, and as long as you had a positive rotation, the rock reacted really true and really nice.
You know, and another thing I would like to ask you about is the fact that do you feel on ice surfaces like this it's maybe a little easier to be without the last rock, or because on the offense you have to be on the offense so much with last rock? How do you feel about that?
No, you just got to get the rocks in the right spot like always, and you know, we were getting lucky in getting that, and you know, it made it pretty tough for Robert. We got some rocks in tight above the tee line, and you got to try and move them around and play some finesse shots, and we just got them in the right spots at the right time.
It is a game of putting the stone in the right position to be able to move it over, and that's what you do so well. And I think the experience you've had in the past certainly must help in that area.
Oh, sure. You know, playing with and against Eddie and Russ for years and years and years, you just saw the masters do it, and basically I just sort of stood on the coattails and watched and picked up a lot of things over the years.
You watched very well. Vic, this man is hot. He's the hottest team in this country.
No doubt about it. First skin went to Campbell, and then everything else. Everything else. $18,000 went to Wayne Middaugh. '96 McCain Skins Game is brought to you by McCain Foods, Canada's international food leader. Wayne Middaugh dominates this opening semi-final, so he's on to Sunday's championship. Tough day for Robert Campbell, who's with Linda.
Well, a tough one, Robert, but you did earn a little bit of Christmas cash. It really went back and forth, but tough ice conditions too.
The ice was a little tricky. We found our rocks to be a little trickier near the last half of the game, especially a darker color in the lights. They just got a little more sweaty, I think. But Wayne and his team played really well. They put some more rotation on their rocks, and they got things to bury, and we didn't. We just, we're just sharp, and there's a few dollars, but we know there's a lot more out there to be won.
Is the skins format really tough to get used to? We talked before, you hadn't played it very much. Is it that much different?
Oh, I'm sure ourselves we would like to get a few more games in this format. Kind of no rest for the weary after you win on Sunday and qualify. But I mean, we're happy to be here. We wanted to put on a better showing, and hopefully if we come back again, it will be a different story.
But you've had a good season so far, and of course play down still to come, and hopefully some great things then.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it's at least we're playing another weekend, and we got a good game in, and hopefully we can carry it on from here, learn some things like we always do, and look at our provincials and play well from there.
Best of luck.
Thanks, Linda.
Coming up at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll find out who Wayne Middaugh plays. The reigning Canadian and world champion Jeff Stoughton goes against Doran Johnson and his team from Edmonton, Alberta, which features, of course, Kevin Park, who formerly played with Kevin Martin, a former Canadian champion out of Edmonton. That comes your way at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So this opening semifinal from the Sioux Curlers Association in Sault Ste. Marie goes to Wayne Middaugh, dominating, winning $18,000 compared to Robert Campbell's $1,500. Yeah, it's tough. He worked so hard to get here, and then when he does, it all goes wrong for Robert Campbell. Till we talk with you again at 7:30 Eastern Time. We know Wayne Middaugh will play for the big money on Sunday. Who will it be, Jeff Stoughton or Doran Johnson? Till we talk with you then, on behalf of Linda Moore, Ray Turnbull, and our entire crew, I'm Vic Crowder. Thanks for joining us. The 1996 McCain TSN Skins Game from Sault Ste. Marie.
This is TSN.